No, we could just start, we
Well,
live.
it's on. We'll give them some. They'll get announced little notifications that they're coming
Okay.
on. I just want to make sure we at least capture some of your story,
Okay.
so that other people can access it. Because I know I didn't tell you this, but we're live streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter right now.
Oh my gosh.
I I didn't say that out loud, did I?
No, you should have.
Oh, is that bad?
No, it's all good. Good thing it's my lunchtime.
Mm, yes, ma'am. So, OG Spotlight is about celebrating the amazing people out there that are doing things to leave this world better than they found it. That's the whole idea. And because I don't know about you, but most of the people I know that are doing amazing things, they're not real good about talking about the amazing things that they're doing. So, do you have
Um,
like practice with that, Miss Judalyn?
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm very cocky about my plumbing, but other things, no.
Yeah, yeah. It's so
I
you and
like
I.
to talk about my plumbing. Yeah.
So let's hear about that. So you got into plumbing. I mean, I've seen some of your stuff, but would you mind
Hmm.
sharing quickly, like what got you into plumbing and how that part of
Yeah.
that chapter of your life has been?
Yeah. So I actually grew up in the beautiful Twin Islands of Trinidad and Tobago. I am a daughter of the soil of the Caribbean with all the flavors and the rhythms and so forth. And I actually wanted to be a lawyer and Wonder Woman. So that was my ultimate plans. And I lived with my great grandmother, and she passed away. So when
Mm.
she passed away, I didn't have the financial means to attend university. So the trades was the next best option, a trade school that was called John Donaldson Technical Institute. And
And
they
this was
offered
in
amazing
Trinidad.
in Trinidad, yeah. And they offered really cool programs like tailoring, seamstress, culinary arts, um, a lot of other cool things that I couldn't do,
Yeah,
secretarial stuff,
like I
and
know that.
yeah, I couldn't do it. And in the trades, I saw electrical and plumbing, and in my mind, I said to myself, plumbing you get wet, electrical you get shock. So I can't. That's how I chose plumbing. So that was my path to plumbing, and fell in love with it, and I had, a gap where when I first came to the US as an immigrant, I was a housekeeper, a nanny, a personal shopper, things like that. And then I got back into plumbing. But plumbing has always, since I was 18, I started doing plumbing.
Yeah,
So, and then I had a little gap, and then I got back into plumbing.
and so
So,
and you like bragging on your plumbing skills, huh?
oh yeah, I'm the feminist plumber.
Yeah. I used to say, I can't say it no more. I used to say
Yeah.
I'm the best thing that happened to plumbing since pipe.
Yo, bro, that's what I do to people all the time. I tell them you just don't know it, but you actually were the world's best plumber. I do that all the time. It's fun, I think it's a great craft. It's a great skill, and because of these hands, I protect the health of the nation. I improve people's lives every day through plumbing, and people gonna need me before they need a lawyer.
Woo! Girl,
I,
if you know any lawyers, I might need one because I have two.
Yeah, no, yeah. But you're gonna need a plumber first. The chances are, most people, they'll need
Yeah,
a plumber first.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, 100%. So we got Adam Hoots out there in the Omniverse saying baller. Uh, and then Steve Martin coming in from Connecticut saying daughters of the soil, giving us a green heart.
Yes, I am. I am. And I love being here in this country and being part of the collective. I love being with superheroes. I call construction people superheroes. And the people that I follow on LinkedIn, people I follow on Twitter, It's mostly tradespeople. That's how I found you. You know, you can't. I'm not. I think that we are a special breed that do this. I do. So, you know.
I agree. There are, working in the trades exposes you to some super creative, deeply rich thinking, feeling people. And I'm not going to say it
Yeah.
ain't like that in other industries, but I know in the trades, when I meet another craft worker, craft professional, it's like there's just a common thing. I met somebody today over breakfast, and he and I kind of hung out a little bit later. We started talking. I'm like, man, you
Yeah.
got to go to work. I got something to do, but we got to keep talking because
Connect.
right? You have that connection.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Nobody knows what it is like unless they've walked in our boots,
that's it.
right? They've
That's
walked in
it.
our boots in the weather. They have walked in our boots with the customers, and then seen the upside of, like, bringing a better day to someone because you fixed something that was a nightmare for them. So nobody
So
knows that like our fellow tradesmen.
so what's your favorite story of making somebody's day better with your hands and your skill?
It's every day, and I would say a lot during COVID. Um, to know that I was able to do that. To me, it's every day because now I don't work in high rise like I used to here in New
Okay.
York City. I used to work in 70, 80-story high rise doing brazing and racks of pipes and cast iron and gas pipe. So now I'm a city employee. I work for New York
Oh,
City and I work in NYCHA, which is public housing. So I see people at their worst, like when things are really bad and they're really, really angry that nobody's listening. And I get to come in and let them know, don't worry, it gonna be all right. Hit
I
them a
got
little Bob Marley, hit them a little Bob Marley, don't worry about a thing, it's
it.
gonna be all right. Because the number one, and then to see them being like angry, and like so many people try to fix it and they didn't, and then I came in and understood and empathized and then apply my skill, and then I make fun and say like, well, give me a great review on Yelp or something like that. And I truly, that's why I'm still with the tools. Like, I don't know how to give it up because I get those moments to be a superhero every day for someone. So
Oh man.
there's tons of stories I could give. So
So
I have the funny ones of people not really believing that I'm the plumber or that I could do what I could do. And when I do it, I was like, look at you. Who's the best plumber now? Come on, say it.
Judaline's the best
Yeah,
plumber.
say. I do my little Blake Shelton. I'm listening.
Look,
I'm
even
like,
Adam agrees. Adam say
yeah,
hashtag world's best plumber. Yeah.
yeah,
So plumbing came over, and then you
yeah.
got this little idea in your head that seems to
Mm,
have turned into a big one. Is that
yeah,
Tools and Tiaras?
yeah. That's it. I actually have on my shirt today with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
Tools and
go.
Tiaras.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, tell us about that. Like,
So yeah, so Tools and Tiaras was like something I always wanted to do because I grew up without a mother or a father, and I grew up with my great grandmother, and I didn't have I had confidence, but also not believe in myself at the same time. But when I became a plumber, that shift from being that person being timid was like it being able to master tools show me that I could master anything in my life if I wanted to do it. So I remember being a little girl and, like I said, wanted to be Wonder Woman, Bionic Woman, all of those amazing things. I remember you lose that when you reach like after 11. Girls tend to believe everything that society tells us, that we can't do this, we can't do that. So I wanted to work with girls really young, that fire and that warrior spirit never leaves them because they were able to master tools. So I was given a speech at a makers conference, and in the conference I said that you should give a girl a tool and a tiara, which is given her confidence, independence, and power. And the minute I said that, the universe said to me, you know that thing that you wanted to do for girls, you have to do it. And I listened, I came back and I Googled how to start a nonprofit. And I've been running a nonprofit. Google should, make me a representative, but I pretty much has been running a nonprofit by Googling everything and figuring it out, and trials and errors. But I just knew that I had to listen to the calling, because one of my favorite book, like The Alchemist, like if you don't, everybody's sent here for a reason, and if you don't do it, they give it to somebody else. You know what I mean? And I just listen. So I have a tendency to listen to that voice. And I just started this thing, and it was going to be my love affair with little girls, like empowering them and teach them that jobs don't have genders and nobody can tell you that you can't do something. And now it's grown into this. But
Well,
that's how it started.
how long has it been? Like just over a year?
No, 5 years now. It started
Oh,
in
5 years. Okay.
2017 I started it. I did it in the back of my car. I didn't have a building. I funded it with my own money. Good thing plumbers make good money.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And I sold one of my favorite cars. When I say that, I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I had another car, but I sold my car. I picked up bottles on the construction site, everything to fund this, because I believed in what the power it would bring and the shift that would bring to girls, our country, and our trades. So that's why I did it.
Oh my goodness. So
Mm.
5 years ago, you made a statement. The universe said, "Hey, girl, don't talk
Do it.
about it. Be about it."
That's me. So
and you,
I think we PG, right? I could be. So I like, my slogan is I make shit happen.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. That's what we
So
do.
that's what it was. I was like, you got to just do it. Yeah.
All right. So hustling, collecting bottles to recycle them, get some money to fund the thing. And so when you first started, you said out of the back of your car, were you gathering up young ladies from the neighborhood? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
So what I did was, even though I don't like social media, it's really good to send it a message out. So I became a person who did social media, and we just put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And what we found was a lot of mothers wanted to do this when they were
Mm.
younger. So they started signing their daughters up. And that was where the magic happened. Mothers who said, I wanted to be a carpenter, I wanted to be an electrician. They now saw the opportunity to expose their girls there. And they came to the workshop. And that's how it still continues to be a lot of mothers. Now we have a lot of dads bringing their daughters. And that's
Yeah.
cool too. Yeah,
Oh,
it's been evolving. A lot of men, and I appreciate the brotherhood. I call them my malais, because I wouldn't be the world's best plumber if men didn't teach me. But we starting to see a lot more men actually bringing their daughters. But it initially was mothers saying, I wanted to do this, and I was told I couldn't. And my daughter, that's not going to happen to her. So that's how it happens. Just we put it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I try everything, and
yeah.
they bring their daughters, and that's how it started.
TikTok too, because I know I'm following you on TikTok.
I'm trying. TikTok is, oh my gosh, I hate social media, but I have to do it. So I try, but I have a full-time job as a plumber.
Oh yeah.
So
No,
it's yeah, it's hard.
that social media stuff is like a full-time job in itself. And Miss Stephanie, she says she feels you 100%. So Stephanie has your check. She's with This One's for the Gals. So she
Oh, I
started,
like that.
yeah, she got it going
Yeah,
on down here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Um,
yeah.
Getting some more love for you. Miss Holly Totten, that's a friend of mine. She's amazing. She's saying, so
Oh,
cool, Miss Judaline. I think you know this guy. You
thank
know
you.
Steve Turner?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, bring back the trades. He says, love what Julian is doing for the girls in the trades. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, brother. Likewise.
Yeah, so I seen you. I think I seen you on LinkedIn, and that's why I was like, "Ooh, I like that. That's awesome. What's that?"
Yeah,
Um, and then all of it. So, like, you're originally based in New York City,
yeah. I'm still based in New York City.
still based in New York City, but I started seeing posts like of a Tools and Tiaras in a different city.
Boston, yeah, we have in Boston, and we have a couple more coming out in different cities. Because the day that I started, Tools and Tiaras, the website, I started getting emails from people all over the US, all over the country, wanting to do this for girls. And since I started it, I see more organizations now are following suit and jumping on this and doing this for girls. But like you said, the original OG, you know, us
Yes.
and you know, there was similar girls organization do amazing work, but it was a little bit different, like Girls Garage and Girls Build, amazing, two amazing women do. But I was doing it like a little bit differently when I started, for because of being in the trades working with the tools. I just saw a different vision. So we have monthly workshops and all girls summer camp, and it's needed because our country, we have taught our kids that, oh, don't be a plumber, don't be a carpenter, and look down on me and look down on you. And I wanted to tell people, I'm going to shout this from the mountaintops, that you actually need us. Like, without us, you have no iPhone, you can't charge your iPhone, you can't go to the bathroom, you can't chill your wine, you don't have good temperature in the building. So let's just figure this out. You need us. So that's what I really wanted to bring. I want to bring that, a resurgence of what we do, and let's make America, Americans understand that this is not a craft that you a trades. You don't tell your kids, don't be that when you see us in the streets. Don't tell them that. Say, that's the person who's keeping stuff working for us. Let's change that. So that's
Mm,
why I do what I do. Yeah.
I think you said something that might capture some people's attention. Like without
Yeah.
tradespeople, you can't chill your wine. Like that's serious business.
Exactly. That's serious, some serious stuff. And I'm not a drinker. I don't drink, but
Yeah,
I understand. I need my ginger ale cold. So I
yeah.
gotta.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So when these young ladies come to your summer camp or your workshops, what do they do? What do you have them doing?
Everything. I am the person. I sit down, I conceive it, I believe it, and I do it. So if I'm having the summer camp, I try to mix it up. Um, so they learn architecture, they learn engineering, plumbing, welding. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I mean, like any trade that I can get a sister to come. They did bricklaying for the first time and was madly in love with it. Um, just any tools that I could put in their hands, and we empower them with physical tools like drills and chop saws and torches.
Yeah, the
No,
fun
seriously,
stuff.
6 years. Yeah, they better work. I make them work, and then in the afternoon we empower them with life skills like finances, meditation, yoga, activism. We want to teach them to be part of a movement. So we I really try to make it very balanced. So in the morning it's all about the trades, and in the afternoon is about life skills, because I want them to be balanced. I wish I'd known about finances and meditation and things like that has made me a better
Mhm.
person sooner. So we give them that, and to see little girls do yoga and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, I feel I'm floating on a candy cloud. So that's one of the girls said that. Yeah. So so
Oh,
that's what we do at the camp, at the workshops. Monthly, it's might be specific, whether it be plumbing, carpentry, ironworking, sheet metal, like any trade that I could get somebody to teach, because I could only teach plumbing. So
oh, I got you. So you recruit your people, like your friends or people you know out
yeah.
there on the job site, like, hey girl, what you do? So do you get, is it women teaching or is it men and women, just any like tradespeople in
No,
general?
only one, only women. And the reason
Okay.
for this, brothers, I have tons of brothers who help us as allies,
Malai.
right?
Yep, yep.
Right. But if we want the construction industry to change, because it just recently started changing because of women like myself and a lot more women stepping up. Since 1970, it was 3% until a couple of years ago, right? So if
Mhm.
we want to see more women in the trades, girls cannot believe that they can be a plumber until they saw somebody like me, or a
Yeah.
carpenter, right? You could tell them they could be an auto mechanic, but if you're not showing them that I really want you there, it's not going to be. So for right now, we only have female instructors, and it's making a difference because the girls then envision themselves. So we have girls now that are, one is in college studying engineering. We have another girl, she, because of meeting female pilots, we introduced them to female pilots. She's in the aviation high school. They start see because now they see themselves. So that's the reason for that. So we have tons of men who help, brothers who help me in the background. The guys on my job help me with packing the boxes when we do our virtual camp. My brother just helped me when we're doing the Leaky Linda or Mighty Minka workshop, soldered some of the pieces for the girls. They get it so that they understand that it's not about, it's not a division, because I'm not about that. Like I said, I wouldn't be who I am. And a lot of women, when we learn our craft, we learn it from men. But if we want to change the industry and employ a workforce that is readily there, and so many brothers are retiring, we got to show girls and women that we want them. And that's why it's, for me right now, it's only women teachers for right now. It could change, but for right now, only
No,
women.
I think it's a powerful decision because I know for me, if I see somebody that looks like me, all of a sudden it's more real for me to be able to get
Yes.
to attain whatever that is.
Yeah.
So I think your plan's brilliant. Keep doing it.
And
I'll be
it's,
on.
yeah.
Give me a broom. I'll help clean.
Yeah, it is working because I get DMs. I got a DM from a young lady in South Africa. She's a plumber, because she saw some video of me,
Wow.
and talking about how small. I met another girl. Her dad showed her my video, and she became a plumber. I went to the Women's Ville Nation conference, and a lot of women were coming up to me and saying, "I'm in the trades because I." So it is. That's what it takes for us to make the narrative. Let us highlight more women in the trades that are doing it. And there's a lot of them. There's so many amazing women on the trades that are on this call right now. Women I follow on LinkedIn, or all the women I follow on social media that are doing it. Let's show women this, and it will make a difference, because I get the DMs all the time that they're in the business
That's
now.
already happening. All right. So we got to give you some love, Julian, because you're lighting people up. We got Miss Jennifer Lacey from Dallas, Texas, say so pumped about the amazing stuff Judaline is leading. Here's another friend that's close by you, Mr. Bruce Gemmel, uh, coming in from New York City. Uh-oh, I think we lost you, sis. Oh, that's all right. I'm going to keep talking, y'all, see if she can come back. Bruce saying hello. He's wondering if it's just a plumber thing, because he knows at one time in my life I was an actual plumber still working. I'm not like straight up OG like Miss Judaline, because she's out there working right now. See who else we got. Steve Martin repeating a quote that Miss Judaline Cassidy shared. She said, "Conceive it, believe it, then do it." And so, folks, we got started a little bit early. Not a little bit. We got started early because she's back. She's back. How you doing? Did I lose you or did you
I
lose
don't,
me?
I was hearing you, but I wasn't seeing the video of me, but I'm back. I don't know what happened, but this is
Okay.
technology. So
See, I'm good at just talking, so we're all right.
okay, good, 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 good.
So
Uh,
Steve Martin says he got your quote. He
uh-huh.
said, "Conceive it, believe it, then do it."
Yeah.
Miss Lynn Randall coming in from California. She's Candy
Mm-hmm.
Cloud, finances, trade skills. You got it all going on. Super important.
Uh,
I don't know if you heard Bruce Gemmel. So Bruce, a friend of mine, he's up in New York
uh-huh.
City also.
Okay.
And he's getting a little jealous because it's just plumbers up here on the screen. But
Oh, don't be jealous. You know I include all the trades. We good.
yeah, Bruce, you missed it. But we got the best plumber. You said the Galaxy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I know what, I'm gonna go to the galaxy now. I used to say the world. Yeah.
So Miss Holly Totten, I don't know if you've met her yet, but she's on LinkedIn. We can connect with her.
Hmm.
She's saying
Yeah.
trades are
Connect
so
with me.
important. It's so important to raise awareness of trades as an option for young adults. Now, here's something. I
Yeah.
think there's a thread or a connection between you and Holly, um,
Okay.
Judalyn. So Holly helps people write books. She offers an
Nice.
author's intensive to kind of help people get their book out of their head. She helps with editing services. She's amazing, amazing woman.
I'll hit her up.
And I think, don't you have a book out?
I have a book. It's Judaline the Plumber, and it's geared for kids in school. We wanted to show them that when the company approached me, that there's other careers that you can do. So I think it's somewhere on my website, judaline.com. You can find it. But it's for young kids. There's two versions, for young kids and for older kids. just telling them a little bit about my story, how I started as a plumber. But of my own, I have a book that I'm supposed to write, but I've been, busy doing other things.
Still cooking. It's
So
still cooking. You're still busy
yeah, it's
working.
just, yeah, I'm still with the tools. I love my trade. I've been in two committed relationships my whole life, plumbing and coffee. There we go.
I love it. I'm gonna use that
So
one. I'm gonna say
yeah,
podcast
that's it.
and coffee.
Yeah.
So we got a question. I'll bring it up in a second. And
Okay.
you mentioned when you were coming up with this idea to build confidence in these young ladies.
Hmm.
You had a confidence that expanded once you got in the trade. So
Yeah.
what kind of changes do you see in those young ladies after they spend time in your with Tools and Tiaras in terms of their confidence and their personal growth?
Yeah, it's skyrocket. I'll give you an example. One workshop I had a sheet metal, and this 6-year-old girl, she was really scared to do the what we were doing the sheet metal and bang it. She went home and she told her dad and her brother, um, I just want to let you know, I found out that girls could do whatever we want to do. Her dad sends me, right? I have another one that the girl, the young lady, she was afraid to do welding, Sophia, and she was really scared. And I don't force them to do anything. I always tell them, I am scared, even though I'm very strong and I get scared to do a lot of things. But I realize that if I try it, I might like it and then I can get good at it. So, but you don't have to. And the other young ladies, because we teach them, it's a sisterhood, and they go up to her, they encircled her. You can do it. We got you. You can do it. And she did it. And then Sophia had the best wells. And then she
Really?
went home. Yes. So we see that confidence shift. I have dads who told me their daughters changed the flappers, installed toilet bowls. Yo, the girls, they get it because like I'm telling you, like I am still an introvert. It doesn't seem that way, but I tend to like be home a lot. But I'm telling you, plumbing is where I just like once I was able to like realize like what I do, like wow, a lot of people can't do it. It just shifts. So now they get that, whether they did plumbing, welding, electrical, sheet metal, HVAC, when they do it, they realize like I have something that other people don't, other girls don't. And then I do an exercise where I am almost like I use Braveheart as an example. I was Mel Gibson, but now I'm going to use the Warrior King.
Yeah.
So they're like ready for battle, and we do this chant, and I say the answer in the universe, the answer to the most powerful words is I am. Right?
Mm.
I'm going to ask you questions, and your answer is going to be I am. And I start off like, who is awesome? And I'm banging the table. And they start back banging and say, I am. And then I say, who is fearless? And all the noise is happening. And I make them go loud. And I say, we got to wake up the neighborhood. And they answer, I am. And the last one is, who is strong? And it's pandemonium.
Yeah.
And that works for them. And it's also for me to know that the most powerful words in the universe is I am. I am whatever I think I am. And that's where the magic happens. And I send out these warrior girls and they killing it. They telling people, I got this. This is what the parents are coming back to me and telling me. The girls are telling them, I could do that. Don't worry. I got it.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Go back to sleep. I'll take care of
I'm
it.
like, I got it. I got this. Miss Judaline said I could do this. So yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big shift. It's a big shift.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm getting chills over here, like son of a gun. So here's the question. Philip, my buddy
Mm.
Philip Sellers coming in from Facebook land says, what was the tipping point of you making yourself be more confident or yourself to push forward?
Very good question. The one that was what happened to me was when I first got into construction, I felt like I used to be the only woman in a whole job site. Not just the only plumber, the only woman. And I used to feel like it wasn't my place, it belonged to the men. And then when I made that shift, I'm like, I belong here just as much as they do. My world opened up. That's what it was when I realized that hey, they don't know what they're doing just as much as I didn't know. Like, we in this together, and that was when the shift happened. And I try to tell women that women like to be 100% sure of everything before they give it a try. And I'm like, just be like, just give it a shot. So once I made that shift, yo, my world opened up and the confidence level skyrocket
Oh,
about everything,
it's
you know.
amazing. So you started a fire. I think you're used to starting fires. Look here, Miss
Yeah.
Lynn is saying, I am. And then
Yes.
my buddy Bruce is saying, I am.
You gotta say it. Even when I do speaking engagements, I tell people that story and I make them do it. And it's such a shift, a mind shift, to know that I am what I say I am, what I do that I am, because you can't just say it. A lot of people don't make it in life because they get stuck in just the thinking about stuff and not following through. And if you follow through, the universe matches the intensity. So that I am is so powerful to make that shift of like, I could do this shit. Like, oh, sorry,
No, you're
that's my
good.
bad word. That's the only bad word that I say. Because in Trinidad, where I'm from, it's not really considered one.
Of course. No, you get a pass. You get a pass. You're all good. So Miss Jennifer Lake, man, people are like, they want to know some more about Miss Judaline. She says, oh, time out, y'all. She's getting some technical difficulty. So if you like right now, mark it down in your notepad, go out there and rewind to like that I am chant where she's getting all her warrior princesses out there charged up around building confidence, building self-confidence about who she is, about who they is, and who they gonna be. While she's in stuck in the Omniverse, I'm gonna give a shout out. Michael Fina. Oh, there she's back. She's back.
Hello.
We'll come back.
Hello.
You're good, girl. We're all good.
I
That's.
can hear.
Can you hear me now? No, I can
It's
hear
gone.
you. I
Which
can
one?
hear you loud and clear. So I'm gonna put the question up. Can you see that? Oh no, that's all right.
Hello. Can you hear me now? I don't.
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
But I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you see that? No, it's too small. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Bye. Everybody give her some love. Tell her bye. See you. Well, y'all, she's out there working. She's still got her tools on. She's still making things happen, impacting lots of young lives. I'm lit up. Like I'm ready to go. Well, maybe not. I got to pack up and drive back to San Antonio. But I appreciate y'all being on here. The questions, thank you for asking the questions. I'll see if I can figure out a way to get that connection back. But Miss Judaline is on all the socials. You got to hit her up on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, also Tools and Tiaras. Amazing program. And if you got to catch any piece of that conversation, she is just a motivational human being. And if you're probably thinking what I'm thinking, like she's gonna be lighting all kinds of fires. So please support her. Appreciate y'all for taking the time to come up here and hang out on the OG Spotlight. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Be cool, and we'll talk at you next time. Peace.